Hey Facebook, I'm here doing my protest today on Monday, August 17th, 2020. I am here at the child support offices on Lee Trevino in El Paso, Texas. I'm here protesting. This is a worldwide protest, and I understand a lot of you are had to go to work. It's the first day of school for your kids, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. So I totally understand why a lot of you can't make it, but I will be making 3 stops today. This is going to be one of them, which is the child support office on Lee Trevino. So I just kind of want to give separate messages on each one. I have here on my that I am a parent, not an ATM. So each different place of protest will have a different message. This message for the child support office is kind of want to give a little bit of my history, my background with my kids. Back 8 years ago, when I first started the process with the child support courts, it was very, very interesting. My kid's mom confronted me at the courthouse and said, "Hey, you don't have to do this. Just relinquish your rights as a father, and you don't have to go. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to go through anything." And I said, "No, I can't do that. I want to be part of my kid's life." And she said, "All right, fine then. I will make sure I will F you up in court and make you pay." And that's fine. I chose this. I'll do anything for my kids. So I knew things were not going to be easy, and I've heard a lot of the horror stories. People like Steve Sanchez, who's a family friend, who has really fought so hard to get to see his kids and paid heavily, and he's been an inspiration in my life, among other fathers. And again, this is an issue that happens not just to dads, it happens to moms. And fast forward, 8 years later, dealing with the child support courts has been a nightmare, as expected, and a business. And they kind of treat, the non-custodial parents as ATMs, and it shouldn't be that way, because we're parents. We're also parents, and we want to be there for a kid's life. There's also a lot of fathers out there that, they classify as typical deadbeat dads, that they just want to pay their child support and not be part of the kid's life. And my message is to inspire any parent to be part of your kid's life, to be there, because they really need you. And there's this has become a national crisis, and there's a lot of fatherless kids out there. There's a lot of kids growing up without parents, and it's not right, and it bears its own seeds of destruction, and the cycle of injustices continues. It's associated with higher incarceration rates, associated with teen pregnancies, and there's been a lot of success stories out there. So I'm here at the child support offices on Lee Trevino, protesting the fact that we are parents and we're not ATMs. We want to be part of our kids' life. We want shared parenting. Multiple psychologists have come up saying that this is a national crisis. Kids need both parents. They need positive role models. They need positive parents to be involved. It greatly affects the child developmental stage, and we need to do things different. Things haven't been working out with the current system in place. We have Ken Paxton as our district attorney. He keeps turning the blind eye. So has Greg Abbott and so many before. Jaime Esparza, who's another crook here in town that's been in office for over 20 years, finally got voted out. And it's time to do things differently, because we've been having horrible results, and we can't continue this way. So my message for the child support courts is, really, we know that your vision and your purpose is not for the best interest of the kids. We know that. We've seen that. And it's time to stop. It's time to do things differently. We're parents. We both equally love our kids the same amount. And it also speaks volumes of our society. I think we are conditioned to embrace control. Why don't people want shared parenting rights? Why don't people want things to be equal? Why doesn't our leaders, embrace the concept of parenting, shared parenting? Because it involves eliminating somebody's control. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. They want a piece of the pie. And it has to do with letting go of the control, and it means somebody's not going to get paid. And but this is our time. This is a world protest. This is happening all over the world, from South Africa to Australia, United States, East Texas, Michigan. You guys are not alone. I've seen a lot of people commit suicide in the ER at work because of the family courts and the child support system. I can only imagine right now, how such a hard time that families are going through. People are losing their jobs, hours are getting cut, and it's time to speak up. You're not alone, and I know the offices are closed right now because of the pandemic, but I will be here once business is open as usual, protesting and making sure that other parents' voices are heard. And I will be making 3 stops today. This is going to be my first stop at the child support office here on Lee Trevino, and the second stop is going to be at the county courthouse. The other stop is going to be at the county jail, and the other stop is going to be at the at city council. Anybody who serves in office, remember that we, the people, we vote you guys in, and we want you to hear our voices and for you to have an opportunity to do things differently. Things for the past 20 years have not worked out. We are seeing our results, and society keeps being broken. Our kids keep recycling the same psychological pathology of narcissism, of broken families, and it needs to stop. So Facebook, love you guys. Thank you for joining me on this protest. This is one of many today. Thank you for all those who are walking against the current. It's not easy, and love you guys. You're not alone. Goodbye.